So it's been a week since our last update. This will probably be the last one that I do before we do our yield tests in April. But the two comparisons are going well. You can see the hybrid variety with all the fertilizer has really grown exceptionally well. It's just coming into tassel and silk at the moment, and you can see how tall it is. It's looking beautiful and green. Our open-pollinated variety, which has only been living on compost and chicken manure soup and has been an open-pollinated variety, that has reached its maturity because it is a short season variety, so we would have expected it to be about 2 weeks mature before this one. So it's as expected. This crop, because it's a short season, has started to do its cob fill, but it has begun to senesce because of its being a short season variety. So before we wrap up, I'd just like to introduce you to my friend Brian Oldrieve, who is the founder and father of Foundations for Farming Principles and Methodology. He started this back in 1982 and has over the years grown more than 3,500 hectares this way, and so we can credit this to him and pioneering it in Zimbabwe. Thank you, Brian.
Well, it's been a great joy to see how well this is growing this year, and we're very impressed with how this OPV, open pollinated variety, has performed just on organic fertilizer on a land that hasn't had great nutrients before. So it's improving every year, and as you can see, it's maturing well now. It's a much shorter season than we have next door here, which is a single hybrid, the 7 series. This is a 5 series, a much shorter season one. So for small-scale farmers, you get a much better chance in dry areas with this variety, and it grows beautifully, and it costs so little to grow, as Craig has already outlined. But what is so nice is that you can use your same seed every year, and we've heard stories from the group that we've taught. Often the seed comes late, but when you have your own seed, you can plant on time. And we're very grateful that we're able to teach them how to maintain their seed purely with pure seed that can go on and on for years. And they're growing outside the world system at the moment. So if there's a downturn in the world's economy or in a nation and people have no money, this is an amazing way for them to be sustainable.
However, this crop has had all the odds stacked against it. This crop was following sugar bean, which fixes less nitrogen than the soya bean in this side, and it also leaves less residue. So it's at a disadvantage in regard to the rotation it was in. It's obviously at a major disadvantage in the fact that it is a short season variety. That's a huge thing stacked against it. Long season varieties will always out yield a short season variety. However, the proof of the pudding is going to be when we do the yield test and we work out the return per dollar invested. And that'll be a very interesting calculation to do at the end of the season. Remember, both have had the same amount of labor. This one, however, we've spent about $800 per hectare in fertilizers and in hybrid seed. This, we have spent nothing except the labor, which was, as I say, the same as that. So when we come to yield test, although we expect this to be a greater yield, return for the dollar invested, we will have to see. So I'll get back to you in April with the results, and we'll see which of these two crops has done the best per dollar invested. Thank you. We'll speak to you later.